Hello, and welcome to day 10 of 30 days of KineScentials. We're into week 2, and our theme this week is laying the foundations, or coming home. Our move today is the spiral, and the oil we'll work with is blue tansy, and the point we're working with is liver 14. Before we get right to learning the move, learning more about the oil and the point and putting it all together, I want to talk a little bit about the spiral. As with all spinal motions, we are exploring the possibility of movement and range of motion. And in the spiral move, we're working in the transverse plane, and we're looking for the possibility of movement between each pair of vertebrae all the way up and down our spine in their fullest range of motion. And similar, as with all spinal motions, we are also concerned with the equal distribution of forces. So we want that the range of motion to be equal through each pair all the way up and down the spine. So let's go ahead and learn the spiral. Come into your upright spine. Inhale. As you exhale, root down through the legs and mobilize. And you can place one hand on the opposite leg, and the other hand can reach behind you on your stool. And as you're rooting down through your legs, you're rooting up through your spine and letting your eyes guide you around like your eyes are traveling a spiral staircase pathway. Come back to center. Before we go to the other side, I just want to point out something with the legs. There is an allowance for a little bit of movement for the legs, not out of their parallel corridors. They stay in their parallel corridors, but because the pelvis moves slightly, the legs can move slightly. And then take the opposite hand over the opposite leg, the other hand behind you. Root down through the legs as you spiral up and up and up through the spine. Come back through center, take an inhale, once more each side, and spiral, ring out the spine. Come back center, inhale, spiral, ring out the spine. Come back center, inhale. And we'll get to do more of that later. For now, grab your blue tansy. Take a nice inhale. And I paired blue tansy with the spiral movement because it just has such a light, buoyant playfulness to it. It's also one of the euphoric floral oils, and it's just really uplifting and harmonizing and brings joy. It is called the essence of play. And if blue tansy had a texture, I would say that it's a very lush, velvety, maybe even almost buttery texture. The point we're working with is liver 14, and so the first thing to locate it is to locate your nipple vertical meridian. Then we'll come to the base of the sternum and just ride out a little bit so that you're underneath the nipple line, and you've probably landed on a rib, a bone. The liver 14 spot is in the intercostal space between rib 5 and 6, so just let the fingers slip underneath the bone and find the kind of more soft intercostal space. Again, make sure it's lined up under the nipple line, and there you have your liver 14 points. Liver 14 is called the gate of hope, and this is the last point on the liver meridian. So if this point is blocked, we kind of lose hope. We can't see a way forward, and so it holds a spirit of renewal, hope, possibility. And when this point is open and there's nothing, holding it back, we can see limitless possibilities and able to meet any challenges with kind of vigor and direction and purpose. And it just allows us to release into joy. So let's go ahead and experience some of that goodness. Take your blue tansy, place a drop into the palm of your hand. I'm going to use my middle fingers, so I'll take one finger and scoop up that drop and then share it between the two. And you can go under your shirt and find those spots that you located. And then just remember, our aroma point touch is a very light touch. And allow your eyes to fall closed. Here we go. Quieten into yourself, into your attention. Sometimes the adjustments are subtle. For me today, this adjustment is not so subtle. It's really quite intense. We stay here long enough so that we experience some kind of alteration or adjustment or attunement. And then breathe in that blue tansy. Let it envelop you. And descend those arms, elevate your spine with an alertness, and wring your spine out. And come back center, lift. Other side, wring the spine out. As you come back center, grasp around your elbows, and we go a little more playful, side to side, letting the eyes guide the movement around and around. Legs stay rooted. Last two, last one. Let the arm guide this time. Eyes following the fingertips. Open the heart, open the armpits, spiral the body around. Lift up and take a soft bow as you let the other arm take over. Open the armpit, open the heart. Spiral around, light through the eyes. Lift up and bow through center and arrive. Thank you so much for joining this day 10 exploration of spiral and blue tansy and point liver 14. I hope you have a beautiful, playful, joyous day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day.